welcome back to the stage the director of Jennifer's Body, Karen Susanna.
Thank you. Gosh, so many people say. I'd love to introduce our cast. Megan Fox. How good would she? Amanda Seyfried. Tammy Simmons. And Brody. Our producers, Dan Dubecki, Mason Novick, Jason Reitman, and Diablo Cody.
I'm going to start off with a couple of questions. First of all, I mean, you seem to be a director now who likes to kind of jump around from various genres. So none of your films so far have been the same. What attracted you to the guy-boy genre of horror?
Well, I always feel like horror has a lot of, oftentimes incorporates a female component sort of under the radar somehow. And some of my favorite movies have done that, and that was just something I kind of figured out as I started thinking about the movies I loved. And this movie had that incredible combination of humor and sort of emotional, some kind of fundamental emotional dynamic that really interested me, combined with, I thought, a sense of genuine, horror. Emotional horror, too.
And Megan, why did you jump for this role?
I think just because it was written by Diablo, and I think we all have a lot of... Where is she, by the way? There you are. Transformers, to get a chance to work with someone like her put me in a really blessed position. I was just really lucky to get the opportunity.
And Diablo, why did you your background? Yeah, pass the mic down. Thank you. So growing up, apparently horror films were kind of a forbidden fruit for you.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
So what made you want to dive into this genre?
I'm avenging my childhood self because I was not allowed to watch these films, so now I shall create them and corrupt others like myself.
It was often like a very kind of guy-centric genre. What did you want to bring to it?
I don't know if I brought anything. I tried. I don't know if I would necessarily describe the genre as guy-centric. The stories themselves seem to be told from male perspective, female perspective, creature perspective. I always thought of horror as being somewhat democratic, but in terms of who was creating it, it was to me a really wonderful opportunity to be able to make a big commercial horror film with a female director and a female writer.
Amanda, I can ask you, the interesting thing about the film festival for you this year is you've got two films. You've got Jennifer's Body, but also Chloe, where you play a very different character. What attracted you to this project?
This one? Well, I mean, Diablo wrote the script, so of course I wanted to read it. Obviously, the first couple of pages were just ridiculous, and I had to do it. And then I met with everybody and auditioned, and I was like, really hoping for the part. It's of course it starts out that way, and I just hope that you can do it and work with these people, but anyway.
All right, I'd like to, I'll open up the floor for questions, and we can kind of keep to the topic of the film and yell out your question very loud. So, let's see. Was it fun? Was it harrowing? What was it?
You got the mic.
I thought it was very difficult, but rewarding.
Some of the technical side of what was going on is they created these body pans. I don't know the technical word for it, but they do a body cast of your torso, and they fit it to you. And so when I was levitating, I would be on one that was fit for my back, and then she would be on one that she was balancing on her stomach. And that sounds like you're just going to be laying there, and it's going to be an easy thing to do. But it was like physically, it was a tough task to shoot that for 12 hours or 10 hours or however long we shot it over the course of 3 days. And, you know, it was a lot of wrestling, and Amanda kind of gets really method with the strangling. So I had some marks on my throat, but that, I think it turned out good. I was pleased with it.
I just feel like I never saw somebody say, put it in, during a sex scene. Like, whereas during a regular sexual encounter, I think a time comes where you actually need to deal with the anatomical reality of like, someone's got to put it in. But in the movies, it always just magically glides into the vagina. So I was like, someone needs to go, put it in. And that happens in this movie, and I feel like if I've made any contribution to cinema at all, that's it.
Favorite scenes. Okay, well, when the bar blew up, it was pretty crazy because, you know, there was an explosion. And it kind of set the basis of the...
And that day, actually, I believe Diablo had requested to be set on fire from head to toe, and somebody denied you that request, too.
I wanted to do a full burn because I heard there was a movie where Burt Reynolds did one. And like he totally defied, like there's like insurance issues which prevent people from being lit on fire who aren't stunt people, but Burt Reynolds did it and he got horribly injured. But I thought I wanted to try it, and in the end they would not allow that to happen. I did get to stand next to someone who got a full burn, and I did get to be involved in the fire, but they cut me.
Actually, to Johnny, are you actually welcome back to Toronto, because you just spent a nice little period here on Scott. The cameras go wild. You were in Toronto on Edgar Wright's Scott Pilgrim.
Yes.
And you actually went to the Bloor Cinema for some of the films that Edgar presented there. Are you a horror film guy? Do you like horror films?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's a favorite? Put you on the
The
spot.
Shining, I have to say, is my favorite. Woo! Yeah, The Shining. And Jennifer's Body, of course.
Dude, if this becomes enough of a success, I will willingly make like fruit snacks. Like I'll do anything. I would do like Kleenex, any sort of television show, endorsement, mineral makeup. I'm willing to go in any direction that I might be encouraged to go by the studio. So if this movie makes a lot of money, like look for children's toys, like, teething rings. I mean, I'm all for it.
But do you see any concerns about, say, comparisons to other stuff in the past, like, say, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, for example?
I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That kind of comparison would make me very happy.
And this question to Jason. Why a horror film? Why did you decide to put your producing strength behind horror?
We were actually able to really work in Vancouver with an incredible crew and incredible base of people, and it could kind of look like Minnesota. I mean, we were really lucky.
1 and 2. It's for me. My character was extremely. She was sort of very unapologetic and really irreverent, and that's enjoyable to have the freedom to do that. And there's still jokes that I did in the scenes that I'm just now catching on, that I'm just now understanding what they meant. And there were days like Diablo couldn't be on set with us all the time, and so there were days that I would go to Karin and I would go, "What the fuck does this mean?" Well, I don't fucking know. Just shoot it anyway. Okay, and then as far as my stuff and your stuff, none of it was improvised. Diablo had just been, she had just won an Oscar, and they didn't want us to straighten her words. How did you feel about it, Amanda?
It was tongue twisting sometimes.
Is it a challenge for you?
Yeah, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I'm proud to speak your words.
You're a sweetheart.
How do you feel, Johnny?
This is why we have writers.
I'd like to thank you all very much for
gentlemen,